Hello, and today we are going to replace an inducer fan on a furnace. This one is a Miller. It's for a mobile home. So let's dig into it. You're going to want to take this front off. Right here's your inducer fan. Now, I was having problems with the furnace for a little while now, and I'd come home from work and the house would be freezing. I'd come back and find out it wasn't kicked on. See that red dot in there? That's for your diagnostics. If it's flashing a certain way, usually there's a thing right above it for the control module status. If it's flashing, it's basically self-explanatory. Well, mine was saying that the pressure switch was closed, and it kept doing that. So I replaced my pressure switch, and it worked well for a while, and then I noticed it wasn't kicking on again. So, since the pressure switch here is new, I doubt if that's the problem. A lot of the times, an inducer switch will tell you if there's a problem further along in the system. Well, I also noticed that my inducer fan, it sounds pretty rickety when it's trying to turn on. So what it does is it ventilates. Basically, it turns on to induce the flame to turn on for the furnace. If these things are dusty, it might not send the signal. What it does is it creates a negative pressure, and it activates your switch. Your switch tells your furnace, okay, it's ready to kick on, and then it'll do that. Well, like I said, I don't know a whole lot about furnaces, but I replaced this, worked well for a while, and then I looked up on YouTube that this also tells you if there's a problem somewhere else in the system. So today we're going to replace the inducer motor and see if that's the problem. Now, to take this out, all you need is a screwdriver. You have to unhook here, and then there's a screw here, and then on the top there's two of them. The first thing we're going to do is turn the unit off, and then go to the front of the fuse panel and actually turn the fuse off for the furnace. This should be fine, but it doesn't hurt to turn the fuse off, so we'll do that. And here we are at the fuse box, well, circuit breaker panel, and there's my furnace. So we're going to take this, shut it off. And I wanted to show you guys something. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I noticed that when I brought it out to the light, there's a crack right here from over tightening. Whoever put this in before, after the caulking is on there and you snug it up and everything dries, that should be good enough. Our new one is a Packard, ordered from Amazon. This product must be installed by a licensed contractor. We'll get right on that. Right, there's the new one, old one. New one, nice and quiet when you spin it. There's no play up and down on it. Nice and quiet. Everything appears to be the exact same as the other one. This one has a plastic breather. This one has a metal one. So we'll get some caulking on this, and then we'll get to installing it. Alright, we got the new inducer in, and now we're going to hook up the pressure switch. This tube right here will go to the bottom. That doesn't fit on there very tight. We'll take this top one and then we'll hook it to this side. Since this is plug and play, we will hook these two together. I'm going to set down the camera real quick. Alright, those are together. I already turned on the breaker to the furnace, so we will turn it on and then bring it up to temperature to see if it'll work. I normally wait a little longer, but it's winter time and it's starting to get cold in here, so we'll turn this on. The light inside there is on. It's steady. It's not doing anything, so we're going to bring this up to temperature and hope to God it works. Right now we're at 62, so we'll bring it up to 64. The inducer fan just kicked on. The caulking that we put on earlier is flammable, like the fumes from it. So that's why I let it sit for a while. So we're gonna hang out for a second and see if this kicks on. It's definitely quieter than it was last time. Okay, I heard a click, which means the relay for the gas to go through is going. Okay, it's starting to get warm in there. Hopefully it turns on here in a couple seconds. Alright, now we have heat going. And that's all there is to it. The only thing that was a pain in the ass was putting the caulking on. And that's pretty much it. Everything else was plug and play. These furnaces are quite common. This inducer, as far as I know, hooks up to anything that's an M1M. Whether it be Miller. Oh shit, there's a bunch of other brands that use the same thing. But that's the model and serial number that I'm using. And now we have heat. Hopefully this keeps it up. You want to make sure these don't have any dust in them. The pressure switch operates off of about 1/16 of a pound of pressure, so it's not much. You don't want to be blowing in these or you'll be destroying that diaphragm. But you just want to pop them off and make sure there's no dust in them. All that stuff has a negative factor on it. But we have heat. I'll let you know if anything goes wrong. If you have any comments or questions, let them know in the comment box. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.